right, today we're going to be taking a look at some up-and-coming trailers. The first one we're going to watch here is the movie Him, and I'm not sure. I know Jordan Peele is attached to this movie. I think he's a part of the production company that's behind this movie, is what I want to say. And this looks like an interesting one. This is something that I am pretty excited to see how it turns out. It's one of those things where you just don't see the psychological aspect of sports explored that often in a horror movie, which I think is going to be really interesting. There's plenty of sports dramas out there, action sports movies, and so on and so forth or whatever. I think it's going to be pretty unique to see come together in what looks like more of a psychological horror film where everything seems to be somewhat surreal and it's playing tricks on this guy's mental state. You have Marlon Wayans in this movie as the former GOAT, or the elder GOAT, I guess you could say, of this football team. And this young up-and-comer is going to do some like personal training with him to see if he can take his place as the future GOAT. So I think that's a pretty interesting take. And basically, he's getting a peek behind the scenes of what this guy had to go through, or I guess, supposedly had to go through to become the GOAT or remain the GOAT. And I'm sure there's going to be like all sorts of mental games going on in this. This is one of those movies, like everything I've seen from it so far looks great. Like I feel like the visuals look amazing. There's all sorts of like intense imagery and stuff like that going on. The only thing that I keep thinking every time I see something about this, I feel like this is either going to be one of the best horror movies to come out this year, or it's going to be so far up its own ass that it's going to be hard to enjoy. And I don't know if anybody's feeling that way, but I kind of get that feeling. Like it's going to be one of those where it's literally going to be one or the other. I doubt I'm going to have like a medium take on it. I feel like it's either going to be so like, I don't know, pretentious in a way, like way more pretentious than it needs to be. Because to me, it looks like it's kind of gearing up for like a fun, surrealist horror movie where all sorts of wacky shit could happen. And I think if it stays and goes down that route, I'm going to really enjoy it. If it tries to present itself as like some sort of big, like, I don't know, art piece almost, I don't know if it's going to be able to pull that off for me. I really like Get Out by Jordan Peele. I wasn't a fan of Us. So I'm kind of like iffy on him. I haven't seen Nope yet. I've heard mostly good things, but I still need to see Nope. I just kind of feel like maybe like with Us, it felt like that's what didn't work for me. It felt like that movie was kind of tripping over itself to appear to be more than what it was, when it was really just basically like a Twilight Zone episode. And they I don't know. They just tried to explain everything too much, and too much symbolism, too many monologues. It was just one of those things where it's like, this is a fun idea, but when you're trying to explain how all these people are living under the earth and mirroring the people that are living on top of the earth, then you kind of lost me. So anyway, Him looks great. Next trailer we're going to get into here is The Long Walk. So this is Stephen King's first novel, apparently. I didn't realize this. I've been a huge Stephen King fan my whole life, but mostly stuck to the movie adaptations of his work. So I don't know if that's how I feel like it's either one or the other, right? I don't know. My mom was really into the books, and so we would watch the movies quite a bit. And this is apparently about, I guess, like a contest that you can sign up for where you have to walk for an indefinite amount of time or length, But if you slow down under 3 miles per hour, you get fucking shot in the head like this guy's about to. Jeez Louise. Yeah, that's pretty fucking scary. But I guess if you win, it's last man standing. And if you win, you get some sort of money prize. I don't know. Hopefully it's millions and billions of fucking dollars, because, I mean, that's pretty tough to compete with all of these other people. And really the rules are pretty simple. And when you think about walking 3 miles per hour, doesn't sound hard to do. But when the time limit and length are indefinite, it's like, dude, you could be walking across the motherfucking country. You know what I mean? And your feet are going to start to break down. You're going to be blistering up bad, chafing. Your little nuts are going to be rubbing on your legs so hard that they're going to start bleeding. You could be in for a pretty rough time. And if that's, something that slows you down, then this guy is just going to apparently blast your ass. So this is another one. I'm pretty excited to see it. Again, I mean, I guess you could say it about every movie. Like any movie could be hit or miss or whatever. I feel like this one's going to be pretty enjoyable. Like, even if it is kind of like a middle of the road movie, it just, most Stephen King adaptations work for me. You know what I mean? There's always something, oh God, you see that guy at the end there? His foot was like broken in half. So coming soon. I didn't see a date on that one, but anyway, I'm excited for that one. I don't know if I'll see it in theaters or not. I'll probably not. Most likely wait till it comes out to streaming or whatever. But I'm really interested in it. I don't recognize anyone in the cast except for the Stranger Things kid. But I'm glad to see that they're out there getting more work, staying busy. I guess the new season of Stranger Things is going to come out soon too. So pretty sweet to see that. And then we'll just get right into the next trailer here. The Conjuring Last Rites, the official trailer. So I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I'm not going to watch this movie. I just was curious about the trailer. Apparently that's like supposedly their last fucking ghost that they ever fought or whatever. And according to this, really stable looking lady right here, there's 8 people that have seen this ghost in this house. They all live together. I don't know if they're related or not, but she supposedly claims, ooh, look at that guy. He's spooky right there. Who is that? Is that Marilyn Manson or something? What is this guy? Marilyn Manson with bibs on? God damn, got his ass. And look, there's an axe right there. I guess this guy is like an axe ghost or some shit. I don't think the Warrens are still alive. I wish we could like have these movies and just like quiz them about it and be like, so this is all bullshit, right? Just like how the Amityville was bullshit and they like paid the guy to pretend like the Amityville shit was really happening to him. Like he was just running around telling people like, slime's coming out of my house. And they were like, we'll give you lots of money if you just keep telling people slime's coming out of your house. And he's like, hell yeah, bud. I'll go on a fucking TV show and tell people that shit. I'll tell my kids to tell people that shit. And I'll tell them there's a little pig living outside my window fucking saying devil shit to me all the time. Blood's coming out of my basement and out of my toilets and fucking who knows what else. Flies are coming out of my asshole. It's the Amityville Horror 2. So yeah, I don't know. The Warren shit just kind of fucking sucks. Like, I know they're not going to do a movie about like how the Warrens were actually like scam artists and how they had like a 13 or 15-year-old girl living with them allegedly so that Mr. Warren could like essay her all the time or something like that. You know what I mean? Just apparently doing a little rape activity. It's a little different than Paranormal Activity. It's called a rape activity is what he was getting up to, allegedly. And I think the Mrs. Warren knew about it. I think she was like, thought it was good, cool or something too. So I guess, they're probably not going to do that movie anytime soon, but you kind of wish they would, instead of painting them out to be these like supernatural heroes that these movies kind of make them out to be. Like they're these ultimate badasses that were out there just fucking, squaring up to like evil ghosts and shit all the time and like saving people's lives from like the devil and stuff when really they're just conning people out of money. So, damn, that movie's coming out in 2 days by the time I'm recording this. So I probably shouldn't have even watched that trailer because who gives a fucking shit about it anyway? Conjuring. I don't even know which Conjuring movie that is. Oh, fuck. Yeah. We got a YouTube ad in the mix. That's always good. At least it's not the YouTube ad about the guy asking if you've been sexually assaulted in an Illinois prison, because that's the one I've been getting lately. It used to be that one video game with Anthony Starr from The Boys or whatever would be up all the fucking time, but now it's like this guy who's just like, have you ever been raped in a prison in Illinois? If you have, send us a message today. And it's like, okay, why am I being targeted for this ad? What do they think has happened in my life that makes them think I need to file a lawsuit against getting raped in prison? Anyway, so this is the surprise trailer. I had no clue that this movie was even going to happen. I haven't even had time to see 28 Years Later yet, but now they got 28 Years Later, The Boner Temple, because the zombie with the huge dong apparently is, they decided, you know what, we need to do a spin-off movie just about this zombie's massive ding-dong and call it The Boner Temple, coming out in 2026, actually. So this is a really early trailer dropping on us. This is amazing. And like I said, I haven't seen 28 Years Later yet. Just haven't got around to it. The only thing I know about it is about this guy's big old cock and what else? Oh, yeah, like the Power Ranger characters at the end. I did hear that there's like a cool Power Rangers ending to 28 Years Later. So pretty excited to see it whenever I get around to it. But honestly, I was kind of wanting to go back and watch 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later, 28 Months Later. Is there that movie too? I honestly can't remember. It's been a long time since I've watched 28 Days Later or 28 Weeks Later or whatever. So I'm pretty excited to go back and do a watch through of all these things. I wonder how much they actually like tie in to each other. I don't know. And I think it's really neat that they're coming out with this movie like right after all the hype from 28 Years Later. I think that's a good thing when a movie or a franchise or whatever can do that. Get them out sooner than later, honestly. So it'll be interesting to see. That guy's fucking jizzed up. Wait a minute, hold on a second. Now I saw this guy back here, and it just like gave me a little flashback to how I wished I could have dressed in high school. Like I was definitely like wearing some Temu Jinkos, you know, like we got Jinkos at home style of Jinkos. But this is really kind of the look I would have been going for in high school. This is like what I wish my bedroom looked like. And I'm just fucking blasting Cradle of Filth on one of those Sony CD players that have like the silver color to them with the blue speakers. You know what I'm saying? Had that shit bumping, just some double bass going hard as fuck. So we got, Danny Boyle, Alex Garland, January 16th. So they do have a release date for it. Wow. I'm surprised. I figured this was one of those things where it's like, we got it going. Don't trust us. Bone Temple's coming. Don't even worry, guys. But then it keeps like getting delayed and pushed back and stuff. But sounds like they got the motherfucker done already. So we're going to be watching the Bone Temple at the beginning of the next year. Wow. Can't believe that. I guess it is getting pretty close to the end of this year already. I mean, god damn, we got Halloween right around the corner. Amazing. So excited for these new movies, new releases to come out, all of them except for The Conjuring. I'm not excited for that one, and I could give a fuck about it. But, you know, I think it's worth putting in there just to kind of get that mainstream paranormal scratch itched, if you know what I'm talking about. Like if you love Insidious and I guess the rest of the Conjuring movies, you know what? I saw the first Conjuring and I liked it. I think the first Conjuring is pretty good. And I think it has some decent scares, like some, what I would call some more like appropriate jump scares, you know what I mean? Or some more, some jump scares with a little bit of class, you know what I'm talking about? Like the hand clap one and the crazy bitch on top of the dresser. I think both of those were pretty good jump scares, well-deserved jump scares. But then I watched the second one, like I went to theaters because I was like, damn, that first one was actually pretty sick. So I go to the theater for the second one, and it fucking sucks. It sucks so bad. And it's one where like now I see people talking about it and they're like, yeah, I think Conjuring 2 might be the scariest movie I've ever seen in my entire life. It made me fucking piss in my pants at the movies. But I just remember there being like a bunch of like Juggalo-esque characters and like Juggalo-esque like scares in it and stuff like that. Like, ooh, here's an old man that's too tall and he has a top hat on. It's like, that doesn't fucking scare me, motherfucker. You want to square up with that ghost? Like, go ahead. So I don't know. The Conjuring just has never really done much for me, but I feel like they just, in those movies, they're always just checking the boxes. Like, do you have a doll, like a spooky doll that moves on its own? Check. Do you have a pair of hands that come out of nowhere and scares somebody? Check. Do you have a guy that's peeking behind another guy that only someone else in the room can see, and it's like an evil demon guy? You know what I'm saying? Checking all the fucking boxes, getting that movie out there. Just a cash machine, really, when you think about it. So I get why they're making them, just not my cup of tea. If you like them, great. I'm happy for you. But I think that's going to be all the trailer previews we're doing tonight. Let me know in the comments below what you're excited to see and what you think is going to be the best movie of the year, and maybe even the best movie of next year with the Bone Temple. Take him to the bone zone, Danny Boyle.